Welcome to today's coffee break. Today we're going to be going over um, reconciliation and discrepancy detection. My name is Allegra Missildine, and I am one of the solution specialists here at Altair. Before coming to Altair, I was a nuclear and missile operations officer in the Air Force. I've been with the company for a little over 4 years now, and I work with customers to help solve their problems with our DA solutions. So let's go ahead and dive into the platform a little bit more. Altair RapidMiner is a true end-to-end frictionless AI platform that covers all analytical tasks from the data ingestion, processing, modeling, and operations. It helps us support the collaboration between all data stakeholders and remove any friction between the different audiences. It accelerates users from concept to production by offering AutoML visual workflows and coding for all aspects of data science. It empowers users to extract and prep data easily from any source. And it can help you to modernize established data analytics environments such as SAS and Python. With our desktop and cloud offerings, we can cater to enterprise needs in a seamless, future-proof way. So the part of the platform we'll be covering today is Monarch. Monarch is a comprehensive self-service data transformation and process automation solution. It connects directly to a wide range of structured and semi-structured data sources, including PDFs, text, complex spreadsheets, JSON, XML, big data sources, relational databases, and many others. Business users and analysts can extract, cleanse, and transform data into consistent, governed, and secure rows and columns without specialized knowledge or training and without writing any code. Monarch includes more than 80 pre-built data preparation functions, which makes it easy to build new error-free workflows in minutes. Monarch incorporates patented report trapping technology and is built on more than 30 years of experience. So today we'll be going over reconciliation and discrepancy detection. Some typical challenges that people face are that they have multiple reports that need to be compared, and this can take hours going line by line between your reports to find discrepancies. There's also issues with having to go back and forth between different data sources, whether one report is in a database or it's a PDF, and the other is maybe a text file or Excel, and you're constantly having to go between the two to find those issues. And of course, this can take a very long time. So our solution is to bring those reports into Monarch, join them together, and use various tools within Monarch to make comparisons. All right, so we're going to go ahead and hop into our demo. And I'm going to go ahead and bring this up. All right, so the first report that we will be looking at today or working with, so this is our Scimitar report. It's a text file. It's generated by the bank's core system. You can see that it has each branch identified by an ID number, as well as some additional information like checks received, bulk checks received, its total debits and credits. But the main thing that we're wanting to do is essentially focus on this net total and compare it to another report that we have as well. And this is to identify any discrepancies. So the other report that we have is this crystal report. This one is a PDF. You can see here that each location, instead of reporting the ID number, it's reporting the location name specifically. It also has your teller and their ID number, as well as what they are reporting in their till. So basically what I'm wanting to do is add up what these tellers are reporting, compare it back to the Scimitar report that I just showed you, and just to see if there are any discrepancies between the reports to make sure that the tellers are reporting accurately. So since we've already, 1 second. All right. Since we have already gone over extraction in previous reports, what I'm going to do is, all right, we've already gone over that in previous coffee breaks. So since I have already extracted these tables out. This one is that scimitar report or that text file. You can see here, once again, we have that branch ID number. We have the total check count, as well as the total debits, credits, as well as that net totals that we'll be comparing to the PDF. And then for this one, you can see that I have the PDF table brought in. We have those branch locations listed, as well as those teller IDs and what they're each reporting. So previously I mentioned that we're wanting to add up what those tellers are reporting for each location so we can make those comparisons. So the first thing that we're going to do here is actually come up to this transform tab, come to the grouping, and I'm just going to rename this my crystal group by, since this is the crystal report. We're going to key in on the branch location. I'm going to deselect teller ID since we no longer need that. And then for that check count total as well as the amount, we're just going to leave the aggregate type on sum. I'll go ahead and click OK. And then now we have those sum totals for each of the locations, similar to those net totals from that scimitar report. Now, in order to bring these two reports together to make our comparisons, we do need to have matching columns between these two tables in order to bring them together. So once again, this one has location name, this one has branch ID number. So we do have an Excel sheet that we brought in that has all of the branch information. So you can see those first two columns have the branch ID and branch name. We're just going to use this report to essentially bridge the gap between our text file as well as that PDF. So once we come over to the Combine tab, we can select this scimitar table, bring over that Excel sheet. We will click to join, and I'll just rename this my scimitar join. And then I'm going to select the left outer join so I can maintain all of the rows of information from that text file, and then bring in the rows of information that match from the Excel sheet. So we'll key in on branch ID, and we're just going to deselect all the columns from that Excel sheet and reselect the branch name, since that's what we're wanting to bring over. We select OK. We can go back to our prepare window. And then you can see now that I have the branch ID as well as that branch name within one table, which is going to allow us to bring in the additional information from that crystal report. So one more time, we'll go to Combine. We'll bring over the scimitar join, bring over that crystal group, click to join one more time. This is just our final join. And then we're going to key in on the matching columns once again. We'll key in on branch name. We'll key in on the branch location. I'll deselect branch location so we don't end up with two of the same column. And then I'm going to deselect those check count totals just so we can really focus on that net totals as well as that sum amount. I hit OK. All of my columns are now in this table. We can go back to the prepare window. So you can see now we have the branch ID, branch name, as well as the net totals from the scimitar report and that sum amount column from the crystal report. So In order to make our comparisons, of course, we could go line by line. You can already see in that first row here that there is going to be a discrepancy between those two reports. But to make it easier on ourselves, we could simply right-click, come down to column, go to new formula column. I'm just going to rename this my discrepancies. And then you can see we have this whole list of functions here. You hover over them, and it'll give you a description of what it'll do for you. For us, we're going to go down to the rounding function. The expression box is outlined in red if the expression is incomplete or incorrect. And below that box, you can see a descriptor of what you need in order to complete your expression as well. So our calculation is going to be very straightforward. We're just going to take that net totals column and subtract it from that sum amount. And since we are using the rounding function and we are dealing with money, we are just going to round it to 2 decimal places. And then we're going to hit OK. And then now you can see that we have this discrepancies column here. So of course, we're wanting zeros. The zeros are going to indicate that there are no differences between that text file and that PDF. But as you can see here, we do have some rows of information that do not have zeros. So we can actually make this even easier for ourselves to focus on those discrepancies. So if we actually come down to filter, define filter, and if it does not equal 0, that's what we're wanting to maintain. And then we can actually come over here and you can see that we now have these 6 locations that currently have discrepancies between the reports. So this is going to allow the bank to double check what the tellers are reporting, and that way that they can make any necessary corrections. Of course, you can do this with any other use case that you may have. And of course, once again, you can bring in multiple different file types. Since Monarch is data agnostic, once you have those files within Monarch, everything is speaking the same language, and that's what's going to allow you to manipulate your data to get the desired end result that you need. All right. And in conclusion, we went over that reconciliation and discrepancy detection. If you have any questions, please reach out to me at amissildine@altair.com. And just a reminder, you can use our various DA tools that we have with your existing Altair units. Thank you for joining us today for this coffee break, and I hope to see you at the next one. Have a good day.